So since high school, which is 7 or 8 years ago at this point, I've had soreness in the right side in the middle of my back just from lying in bed, playing lacrosse. Nothing severe, just discomfort. Felt like there's a knot there that I'd always want to rub against something. And then Christmas of 2017, which is 8 months ago or so, I was bending down to pick up a ball, and suddenly it was like someone had stuck a knife in that spot instead of there being a knot, and it wrapped all the way around to the front, like that same rib all the way around. That subsided after a week or so, but the same flare-up has happened twice more since then. And the soreness has gotten to the point like I've had to change how I sleep, how I sit, because of the soreness and fear of relapsing with that severe flare-up.
One right here. And while we still have it, let's do a little close-up here. See how he's getting these goosebumps all around this level over here? So that indicates that the nerve over here is being irritated a bit. So we're on the right track. Something going on in this region over here. Same story with this one. We have a reading at this level. Let's go ahead, let's take a look, see what's going on in the pelvic foundation. And this is like a brick wall on this left sacrum. It's just not moving. And the right side's moving fine. The sacrum, and we're moving upwards, and what I feel already, from the sacrum to the fifth lumbar, there's an incredible ditch over here. Right? So we're going to take a closer look at the film, what's going on here. But this is what I strongly suspect is a spondylol over here. Alright, so we're going to be careful not to poke too much on that. Testing all the structures above it. And this one's inferior, posterior and inferior, right here. We'll mark that level. And the one right above it, how's that fella right there?
That's okay.
And this one?
No, that's okay.
Alright, got it. Check everything else. Yeah, everything else is moving.
So over the last 5 years or so, I've developed IBS and seen some doctors for it. No real progress, unfortunately, in fixing that.
Okay. And you also tried other diets?
Yeah, I tried the FODMAP diet. There's no specific food trigger. I've tried probiotics, taking fiber, taking fish oil. Just no real change, unfortunately.
Okay, all right. So we're going to connect the dots on that one. So we already did a structural test on your 12th dorsal, and it's a problem over there. And even though you said pain, yeah, you duplicated the pain on the 11th, okay? I want to take a closer look at that 12th dorsal. Why? Because neurologically speaking, that one, upon clinical experience, I usually find that's responsible for, where are you hiding? These two over here, okay? The intestines. So IBS is due to what I commonly find is a neurological problem in the intestine itself. So if it's not properly open up the gate and receive the nutrients as it should, all that stuff just gonna dump right out. Hence, therefore, that's why you constantly have to go to the bathroom all the time, right? So I'm not guaranteeing and saying exactly that particular one's gonna solve your problem. No. All I'm saying right now is we identified there's a structural problem with that one. Okay, it's causing a nerve dysfunction. I want to correct it, and we're going to restore that nerve. And then you're going to report back to me. You're going to let me know how the intestines are working.
Okay.
So on this X-ray over here, I identified two major problems. Right. The very first one, that's what caused the whole domino effect. That's this one right over here, the fifth lumbar. But that fellow right there, just like this elbow over here, see this? It does not go past 180 unless you fracture it. Right? See these bones over here? Okay, that's your pars. No matter how much I push it forward, it does not go forward unless you break it.
Okay.
Right? So you can easily go backwards. That's what usually happens when you receive a traumatic injury. You can go backwards, but not forward.
Okay.
Unless you break these things off.
Okay.
That space over there shows that this bone over here, it fractured off. So you have a spinal fracture. This is what we call a pars fracture. And we see it, it's about 2 millimeters, it went forward.
Okay.
So, because it took a little vacation and free float around, see how much more it moves, right? But this was a little bit different because it went backwards. This one, in your case, actually went forward.
Okay.
So it's very unstable. That helps explain why you see this spine over here is zigzagging.
Okay.
That thing is pretty much all intents and purpose a free-floating ball bearing right there. Nothing stable here.
Okay.
Right?
That's concerning.
So, what's the answer for this one? Well, we tested on you. That sacrum over there, that's jammed up. What we have to do is we have to approximate this sacrum, move it forward to minimize and close up that distance over here to increase the stability of that fifth lumbar.
Okay.
Right? So that helps explain why when you sleep on your belly you felt more comfortable until more recently. Right? Now because you became a lot more wounded up when you reached over for that ball, you twisted the spine so much more you couldn't take it over here. Now instead you feel pain at number 11, but see how it is, spine over here? At 12 it just pivots significantly on that side.
Right.
It's this one we actually have to stabilize.
Okay.
So first things first, we're going to correct this. I'm going to retest here, see what the stability is like for this one, and correct that if needed.
Okay.
Glasses over. A little more. Like this over here. Well, clue me in. What's different about it?
So I want to say it hurts less. There's still like soreness up here, but not as much. And like if I could like sort of flex here and make it come to the front, like make the pain come to the front, it's harder now. Like I have to really push it to get any sort of pain to wrap around.
So as we test this over here, this is still fixated, it's still stuck, so yes, we do need to correct this one. Okay. So we found the 12th dorsal spinous process right over here. I want to be as precise and specific as possible. So I put my finger right on the spot where we need to correct on them. Nice shoulders, little jaw. Now, because this region of the spine is under a significant amount of biomechanical tension, we want to try to make this as neutral position and gentle as possible. So go ahead and relax the shoulders even more. Good. Right there. We're going to pump it up, and then we're going to set this bone right in place. Just let it go. A little more, right.
The knot is gone mostly. It's not as like I can usually like put my knuckles on and just like flip back and forth over something. It's not there as much anymore.
Good.
It doesn't hurt constantly either.
So that's all we're going to do for today.
Okay.
So in the next couple of days, come back, we'll do a follow-up. Let me know how are things in terms of the intestine component.
Okay.
Also how it is for the ribs,
Okay.
how you sleep at night,
Okay.
so on and so forth.
Okay.
Right?
Got it.
Chat.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So since Tuesday, it was like a day of relief from the back pain. By Wednesday it was kind of back to where it was, but Tuesday night was definitely better. What I really noticed was my stomach felt as good as it has in more than a year, to the point where I'm not constantly worried about looking for a bathroom. I'm not constantly uncomfortable. I'm actually hungry. So that was the biggest improvement I noticed. And honestly, if I had to choose one thing to improve, it'd be that. So that was really good.
That's a good win right there.
So back's still a work in progress, but the IBS is a lot better. It's gone from like a 24/7 constant annoyance to a occasional at worst. It's definitely worse when my back feels worse, but when my back feels good, it's pretty great, and I don't have to worry about running to the bathroom constantly. It's a lot better.